So I kind of want to come on here today and just talk about some stuff that I want to go over. Whether this makes it to Instagram, YouTube, or Rumble. Either one of those, you'll still get the information. But what it is going over some books that I use, that I reference to on a daily basis. So, and I'm usually led with this type of energy to find these books, and I apply each information into the subject that I'm looking at or the situation. And so it's usually, it references pretty good with the situation I'm in. So one of the first books that I use, and it's a very good book, it's The Prophet Manual. It's Jon Eckhart. He's very good at what he does, and I reference to this a lot. It's like a manual of information, and if I get stuck on something, it's a book I used a lot for insightful stuff, and then you match up the biblical stuff with what you're going through and see if it applies in some way. So I do that. Then he has another one that I use that kind of describes people with, they have extraordinary gifts and insightful information, and it kind of gets that light going on, the information that you want to understand and reference to. So this is another one, Ordinary People with Extraordinary Power. So it's a great book to look at and reference to. So a lot of my books are biblical because I do a lot of research to match it up with the situation I'm in and where would it apply to. So you're not going to see me with a lot of psychic books. I don't reference to them. Then another book that I deal with for people that are sick or they have a condition or an issue. Home remedy. I can't talk today. Home remedies that help them heal and all that stuff. This is exactly the book I use for that. So it's a good book to use. It has a lot of insightful information that you can use and charts and information. So it's a very good book. And I think you can get this on Amazon too. It's a good book. Then ones when I deal with situations that are not always pleasant situations and demonic stuff or bad energy or entities or provoked spirits, I always teach it's good to identify those spirits, and when you call them out by name, they kind of lose their power because they don't want to be identified at all in any form. So I do look for research on this stuff, and then I find the name, and then sometimes people have the name, and then I'm able to do some research. But I love this book. This is an amazing book. Gods and Goddesses, Devils and Demons. This is a good reference book to understand some names that you're getting, some situations that you're going through. This is a good book to dive into, and that's the first thing I think when I deal with anything that if you're having issues in your house, that's the first thing I'm like, did you hear a name? That is the first thing that I ask them to see, if they have perceived a name, if they've seen it written on something, or if you're hearing it repeatedly. This is the book it's a good book. So and then of course I wrote a book, Walking in Humble Spirit. So that's more of a manual for your spiritual path in a very basic way of information. It's not too crazy or chaotic to read. So this will help you understand certain things. So I would definitely think you might want to check this out on the situation, you can get it on Amazon too. And I've been getting orders for this, and so it's just me getting all this stuff done. So I just put in, I don't know, about 20 books in the mail of these, so they're coming. So everything that I do for appointments or anything like that, it's all me. So it takes time to get through the list of people and setting the appointments up, but I always get back to you. So people are kind of freaked out if you don't hear from you in like 24 hours or 48 hours. I'm just like, I can only handle so much at a time. So if you have patience, you'll understand. So I'm kind of between Instagram, Rumble, and YouTube. These are going to be loaded up, and hopefully I'm going to be careful on how I'm saying things, and I'm going to be using certain words that most of my followers know that I use, so it'll make it easier. And if I feel there's information that needs to be put out immediately that is very important, I always find a way to put it out there. I'm not trying to open a wound and put a lot of salt on it, but I think there's a delicate way you can put information out there, even though things are changing with what you can say and how you can say it. So I'm going to try to at least do 2 videos a week, to give you information, because other insightful videos were removed, and so now I'm going to have to redo those. And then the new people that I'm bringing on anyway, their information will be shared too, so we'll get that information back up there so people can dial into it. So I have got a lot of emails that were upset, so we're just going to have to redo them and put the information out there again. So I haven't gone anywhere, you haven't, I haven't went somewhere and you can't find me and you can't reach out to me. You can. So you can always text me and email me information. So I'm here to help you, lead you in a direction that you need to go in. But we will be bringing on some good people to talk about their path, and right now I think people need to step behind the plated glass and take a breather, because everybody, I can feel they're exhausted and they're confused, but things take time, and it's not just about a date. It is also about progression and how that needs to be done, and making sure everything is done completely. So it's not an app that you're applying for and then you expect instant gratification to get it done. You have to be patient. So breathe, go outside, spend time outside, go outside at night, get away from the control box that is programming you. And so if you need to reach me, you can go to my website, www.JENNYSSIGHT.net. And then I will be uploading these on a regular basis. I just trying to put everything in a time frame that fits, that I can get it all done. So just be patient with me. But I have decided that the best way that me and Spirit can do these is I'll be the host, bring the people on, and then just relay the information. I just think there's not enough room for anybody except me and them. And I mean in a way of how I need to format it and how the message needs to be clear on things. So, and I think Spirit is like, they have people come into your life and they always tell me, it's just for a lesson, a time or a place for a certain amount of time, and then it moves on. That's the normal route. We outgrow things and we change. And We just got to respect everybody's path. It's different. And so we just keep moving on towards a new direction. So what I can say to you is I'm here. And if you need any insight or any information, you can contact me. Follow the light.